remove anything.
Okay, why did you kill her?
So, why did you remove anything?
I told you now.
Why did you kill her?
I don't want to escape. That's why. Can you see my face?
Why did you kill her?
I kidnapped her, like I told you.
A 19-year-old student accepted a drink from someone she met on TikTok. Within minutes, she could not move. And what happened next involved a native doctor in Ibadan who sent a murder kit with specific instructions on which organs to remove. Damilola Oluwo's family paid 400,000 naira ransom, not knowing their daughter had been dead for 3 days. And the man who killed her found his instructions on the same app you are probably using right now. Watch what the police found when they traced his phone, because this changes everything you think you know about ritual killings in Nigeria. On September 4th, 2024, Federal University Lokoja to meet someone she had been chatting with all week. At around 3:47 p.m., her phone went off. 2 days later, her family got a ransom call. They paid everything they had, but she never came back home. When Kogi State Police arrested Jeremiah Paul 9 days later, using phone tracking technology, his confession revealed a network that connects TikTok videos to native doctors to murder for hire, and he was not the only one who targeted Damilola. Police public relations officer announced something during the suspect parade that should terrify every student in Nigeria. Damilola was being hunted by 2 different men at the same time, both planning to use her for ritual. Emmanuel Otitoji, a 24-year-old sociology student at the same university, admitted he approached Damilola first weeks earlier, already contacted a native doctor, already knew which organ he needed, but backed out because he could not afford the upfront fee. Then Jeremiah Paul, who had money, stepped in to finish what Emmanuel started planning, which means Damilola escaped one killer's budget problems only to walk into another killer's funding. Here is how Paul found his native doctor. He was scrolling TikTok one night and the algorithm showed him a video advertising spiritual services and financial transformation for serious people. He copied the phone number on screen, sent a WhatsApp message, and within hours, they were negotiating prices for human organs with a man in Ibadan. The native doctor didn't just give instructions. He ran it like a business with 3 services levels: basic soap ritual for people starting out, medium level ceremonies when that doesn't work, then the human sacrifice package for serious clients who have already invested money and are desperate for results. Paul paid for the top package and received a delivery from Ibadan. A driver bought a calabash wrapped in ritual colors and a knife specifically prepared for the job, with detailed instructions on which organs to remove, how to wrap them, how to preserve them, like a manual for murder. Paul met Damilola that Sunday, spent days building trust through messages, making her laugh, acting interested in her life, but he had already decided from the first conversation that he would use her for ritual. On September 4th, he bought codeine and Sprite, mixed them together. When they met, he drank from it first so she would trust him, then gave it to her. Within minutes, the drug made her weak, dizzy, unable to resist, and he said to her, "Let's go to my place." She followed because why won't she? He had been so nice, and he took her to an abandoned building, not a house, and there he ended her life using her own clothes. Here is the cruelest part. Paul called Damilola's family 3 days after he had already killed her. 3 days after, he had already caught her body and sent the organs to Ibadan, and he calmly told her mother, "I have your daughter, bring 400,000 naira." Her mother was crying, begging to speak to Damilola, asking if she is alive, and Paul said she is fine, just get the money, knowing Damilola's body was buried in a shallow grave while her organs were already delivered to the native doctor. The family paid everything, then waited for instructions that never came. Then Paul called again, demanding 10 million naira, and that is when police, who had been tracking his phone, finally closed in and arrested him. Paul told police everything, admitted he planned it from the first message, explained the codeine trick, described how he found the native doctor on TikTok. And here is what should keep you awake at night. Police found the native doctor's client list, 15 other young men in various stages of planning similar rituals. Some still asking questions, some would already pay deposits, some would completed their rituals, and were taken when results would come. 15 potential diamond owners, 15 families who might soon get that ransom call. And those 15 are just from one native doctor in one city. Investigators believe dozens or hundreds of similar operators exist across Nigeria, all advertising on social media, all guiding desperate young men through the same process. It's February 2026 now, 16 months since Damilola died. Jeremiah Paul sits in a cell awaiting trial. Emmanuel Otitoji, who first targeted her, sits in another cell. But the native doctor in Ibadan, who sent the murder kit, who provided the instructions, who collected Damilola's organs, has never been arrested. His TikTok account is still active right now, posting the same coded language about spiritual solutions and serious clients. Young men are still finding those videos, still sending messages, still being guided through the same process that killed Damilola. So here is what you need to answer in the comment. Should the native doctor who coordinates these killings face the same charges as the people who physically commit the murders, or does sending instructions and collecting organs somehow make you less guilty than the person holding the knife?